10 years separated two songs. Both broke hearts across the world. Both came from the same voice. But the woman who sang them had lived an entire lifetime in between. This is the story of how Adele wrote the same song twice, and how everything changed. If you're enjoying this story of resilience and transformation, don't forget to subscribe to Rise Stories. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an inspiring story. Now, let's continue with Adele's incredible journey. When Someone Like You was released in January 2011, it became a cultural phenomenon. The song topped charts in 11 countries. But numbers don't capture what it actually did to people. The song made grown adults cry in their cars. It became the soundtrack to every breakup, every loss, every moment of wondering what could have been. When Adele performed it at the 2011 Brit Awards, her voice cracked with emotion, tears visible on her face, and millions watching felt their own hearts break with hers. This wasn't just a song, it was a shared experience of grief. Adele was 22 years old when she wrote it, fresh from a devastating breakup with someone she thought might be forever. When it ended, she was shattered. The writing process was raw and immediate. She sat at a piano with songwriter Dan Wilson and poured out her feelings in real time. "Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you." These weren't carefully crafted lines. They were things she was trying to convince herself were true. Because the reality was more complicated. She wasn't over him. She hadn't found someone like him. The song was aspirational. It was who she wanted to be, not who she was. That's what made it devastating. You could hear the lie in her voice, the desperate hope that if she sang it enough times, it might become true. The song starts with just piano and voice, no production tricks, no drums to hide behind. When the strings finally swell in the final chorus, it feels like the grief has become too large to contain. Listeners responded because they recognized themselves. Who hasn't tried to convince themselves they're over someone they're absolutely not over? The song's genius was in its honesty about dishonesty. Adele became the voice of heartbreak for a generation, but the cost was high. She had to sing that song hundreds of times, had to relive that breakup night after night. Every performance was a reopening of the wound. Then came the vocal cord hemorrhage, surgery, months of voice rest, the terror that she might never sing again. When Adele returned, she was different. She married Simon Konecki in secret, had a son, Angelo, retreated from the public eye. She seemed to have moved on from the girl who wrote Someone Like You. And then it all fell apart. The divorce from Simon Konecki was finalized in 2021. This wasn't a young romance ending. This was a marriage, a family. The stakes were incomparably higher. Adele has spoken about the guilt she felt, the sense of failure. She had wanted to give her son the stable family life she never had. The marriage wasn't working. She wasn't happy. She had to make an impossible choice: stay for her son or leave for herself. She left. And then she had to live with that decision. This is where Easy on Me was born. Released in October 2021, it became the lead single from her album 30. The song debuted at #1 in multiple countries, but something was different this time. The song wasn't asking an ex to remember her, it was asking for forgiveness. Easy on Me opens with the same vulnerability, just piano and voice. But the lyrics reveal a more complex landscape. There ain't no gold in this river, that I've been washing my hands in forever. This isn't about a breakup. This is about the slow realization that you've been trying to make something work that was never going to work. The chorus hits differently. Go easy on me, baby. I was still a child. Didn't get the chance to feel the world around me. She's not wishing someone well. She's pleading for understanding, for mercy, for someone to acknowledge that she tried, even if she failed. Who is she talking to? In interviews, Adele has given multiple answers. Sometimes it's for her son, an explanation for why she broke up their family. Sometimes for Simon, an apology. Sometimes for herself, forgiveness for the guilt she carries. The truth is probably all three. Easy on Me is more mature because it acknowledges that heartbreak isn't simple. It's about 100 small failures that accumulate into an ending. Listen to the way she sings it. In Someone Like You, her voice breaks because she can't control the emotion. In Easy on Me, her voice breaks because she's trying to control it and failing. There's a restraint that makes it more devastating. She's learned how to armor herself, and you can hear the armor cracking. The music video reinforces this. She's alone in an empty house, packing up her life. She drives away with papers flying out the window, but her face shows no relief, just exhaustion. This is heartbreak at 33, not 22. It's not dramatic, it's just tired. The parallels are striking. Both are piano ballads. Both showcase Adele's voice with minimal production, but the differences reveal how much she's changed. Someone Like You is about loss. Easy on Me is about failure. The first is tragedy. The second is disappointment. The first happens to you. The second is something you've done. In Someone Like You, Adele is the victim. Someone left her. She's devastated but blameless. In Easy on Me, there's no villain. Just two people who couldn't make it work, and a child caught in the middle. She isn't asking you to feel sorry for her. She's asking you to not judge her too harshly. Most adult relationships don't end because of betrayal. They end because people change. Because love alone isn't enough when you're trying to build a life together. Easy on Me acknowledges this complexity in a way Someone Like You couldn't. The younger Adele saw love as something that should conquer everything. The older Adele knows that sometimes love isn't enough. The production reflects this. Someone Like You builds to a cathartic climax. The emotion peaks. There's release. Easy on Me never quite reaches that peak. It stays controlled, restrained, resigned. It's the difference between crying dramatically and crying quietly. There's another crucial difference. The children. When Adele wrote Someone Like You, the relationship was just between two people. When she wrote Easy on Me, her son was part of the equation. Every lyric had to be written knowing Angelo would someday hear it. The guilt in Easy on Me is palpable. I had good intentions and the highest hopes, but I know right now that probably doesn't even show. She's admitting that good intentions don't matter if the outcome is painful. At 22, Adele didn't have to consider unintended consequences. She could be purely a victim. By 33, she had to reckon with being the person who caused pain, even if unintentionally. The vocal performances tell their own story. In Someone Like You, Adele's voice is powerful but raw. She's just feeling. In Easy on Me, you can hear years of vocal training. Even when emotional, there's precision in the delivery. The rawness of Someone Like You came from inexperience. The control of Easy on Me came from having been broken before and knowing how to manage it. Live performances highlight this. When Adele sang "Someone Like You" at the 2011 Brit Awards, she was genuinely overwhelmed. The tears were real. It was messy and human. When she sang "Easy on Me" at her Las Vegas residency, the tears were still there, but controlled. She could cry and still hit every note perfectly. She'd learned how to perform vulnerability without losing herself in it. These aren't competing songs. They're chapters in the same story. The story of how love breaks you, how you learn to live with being broken, and how eventually you break someone else, even though you swore you never would. The tragedy of Easy on Me is that Adele became what she sang about in "Someone Like You." She became the person who left, who chose a different life, who couldn't make it work. The younger Adele sang about being left. The older Adele sang about leaving. The same pain, but she'd switched roles. This is what 10 years does. It gives you perspective and takes away innocence. It teaches you that relationships are complicated and that sometimes there are no villains, just people doing their best and failing anyway. Someone Like You asked, "How do I survive being left?" Easy on Me asked, "How do I forgive myself for leaving?" The questions reveal the journey, from victim to participant, from heartbroken to heartbreaker, from someone things happen to someone who makes things happen, even painful things. Someone Like You showed us who Adele was at the beginning, vulnerable, devastated, believing that this love was her only chance at happiness. Easy on Me showed us who she became, still vulnerable, still devastated, but knowing she'll survive that because she survived before. The growth isn't in being less hurt. It's in knowing hurt doesn't last forever. Even when it feels endless, there's a part of you that knows. I've been here before. I got through it then. I'll get through it now. That knowledge is both comforting and devastating. You can never again have the dramatic, all-consuming heartbreak of your 20s. Part of you is always watching, always knowing it's temporary. You lose the ability to be destroyed. And there's something beautiful about being destroyed by love. It means you believed completely. You risked and everything. By 33, you have armor. Easy on Me is Adele singing through that armor. Still feeling, still hurting, but protected in ways her younger self never was. Yet there's also hope in Easy on Me that wasn't in Someone Like You. The younger song was desperate. The older song is resigned but not hopeless. When Adele sings, "There ain't no room for things to change," she's acknowledging limitation, but also accepting it. Not every relationship can be saved. Sometimes the brave thing is admitting defeat. This is adult wisdom. It takes courage to leave when staying would be easier. It takes humility to ask for understanding rather than demanding sympathy. Someone Like You demanded sympathy. Look what he did to me. Easy on Me just asks for understanding. I tried, I failed. Please don't judge me too harshly. The two songs together tell a complete story. Not of one heartbreak, but of how heartbreak shapes us. How we move from being the person things happen to being the person who makes difficult choices. How we lose innocence and gain wisdom. Both songs went to #1. Both broke streaming records. Both made millions of people cry. But they made people cry for different reasons. Someone Like You made you cry for Adele. Easy on Me made you cry for yourself. Because by the time Easy on Me was released, everyone listening had lived enough to know. Sometimes you're the person left behind. And sometimes you're the person who leaves, and both hurt, and neither makes you the villain. Adele gave us both perspectives, both voices, both versions of the same pain. She documented not just her own journey, but the universal path from naive love to complicated love. The cultural impact reveals how we've changed. When Someone Like You dominated 2011, it went viral through traditional radio and early social networks. The Brit Awards performance became legendary because it was genuinely unexpected. By 2021, when Easy on Me was released, TikTok dominated. Artists strategized every aspect for viral potential, yet Adele's approach remained unchanged. Simple video, no viral challenge. Just Adele in an empty house. The industry evolved around her, but she hadn't evolved with it. This could have been a disaster. Instead, it was another massive success. Because authenticity can't be manufactured. The more the industry became about engineering viral moments, the more valuable genuine emotion became. Easy on Me went viral anyway. Users created their own moments, crying in their cars, using it for their own divorce announcements. The virality was user-generated, just like Someone Like You, but faster, more fragmented. Adele's refusal to adapt to shortened attention spans became her strength. In a world of sonic fragments, she offered complete thoughts. In an industry of curated personas, she offered messy humanity. And people were hungry for it. When Adele performs these songs back-to-back now, audiences respond differently. Someone Like You gets the sing-along. It's communal. Easy on Me gets respectful silence. It's too raw, too close to their own current struggles. Someone Like You had become a cultural artifact, something you could engage with safely because time had passed. Easy on Me was still an open wound. Eventually, Easy on Me will become a cultural artifact too. And we'll see the pattern continue. The same themes, the same voice, just from a different decade's perspective. These two songs will stand as bookends to a particular era. The definitive statements on heartbreak at 22 and 33. Both songs transcended their moments. Because heartbreak is timeless. The specifics change, but the core experience remains the same. Someone you love leaves you. Or you leave someone you love. Your heart breaks. You think you'll never recover. You write a song about it. Or you listen to someone else's song and feel less alone. Adele's contribution is making that timeless experience feel immediate. Personal, like she's singing specifically to you. The genius is in the universality, masquerading as intimacy. Someone Like You and Easy on Me are the same song and opposite songs. The same voice singing from different sides of the same pain. 10 years apart, and one continuous thought. Young heartbreak and old heartbreak. Devastation and resignation. Hope and guilt. They're Adele, separated by a decade, united by a commitment to honesty that most artists would find terrifying. They're proof that you can sing about the same thing your entire career and still find new depths. They're piano ballads in an era of production maximalism. They're 5-minute songs in an era of 15-second clips. They're sad music in an era that demands happiness. They're human in an era of curated perfection. And they're successful, which proves that people are still hungry for real emotion, real vulnerability, real humanity. Someone Like You ended with hope. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. A promise that this wasn't the end. Easy on Me doesn't make that promise. It just asks for mercy, for understanding, for someone to acknowledge that she tried, even if she failed. The answer the song suggests is, you weren't wrong. You were human. You made the best choice you could. Sometimes, that's enough. This is the wisdom someone like you couldn't offer, because the younger Adele hadn't learned it yet. She had to live through marriage and motherhood and divorce and guilt. She had to become the person she once resented. She had to leave someone the way she'd once been left. Only then could she write, "Easy on me." Only then could she ask for forgiveness she once wouldn't have given. Only then could she understand that heartbreak isn't about heroes and villains. It's about people trying their best and sometimes failing. The two songs are bookends to a decade of growth. Painful growth. But put them side by side and you can hear the journey. From victim to participant. From simple pain to complex pain. From easy answers to impossible questions. Adele sang both with the same powerful voice. But the person behind that voice had been completely transformed. Broken and rebuilt. Damaged and healed. Hurt and forgiven. And still singing. Still trying to make sense of love through melody. Still believing that sharing the pain makes it bearable. Someone like you made Adele a superstar. Easy on Me proved she'd earned it, because it showed she could sustain that level of emotional honesty over time, through fame and fortune and family and failure. This is Adele's gift, not just the voice, but the courage to keep singing about pain, to keep offering up her failures for public consumption, to keep admitting she hasn't figured it out. Someone like you and Easy on Me are separated by 10 years and united by the same willingness to be devastatingly honest. She wasn't repeating herself carelessly. She was showing us that some pains don't disappear with age. They just change shape. The heartbreak at 22 and the heartbreak at 33 hurt the same amount. They just hurt differently. And maybe that's the real message. Not that time heals all wounds, but that time gives you context for your wounds. Helps you forgive yourself for being wounded in the first place. Someone like you is the sound of being wounded. Easy on Me is the sound of forgiving yourself for the scar. Both are necessary. Both are true. Both are Adele, separated by a decade, united by the same extraordinary ability to turn personal pain into universal truth. The songs will outlive the moments that inspired them. We'll remember how they made us feel, how they gave language to experiences we didn't know how to describe, how they made loneliness feel less lonely. This is what great art does. It takes one woman's heartbreak and makes it everyone's. This is Adele. She sings our pain better than we could ourselves. And somehow, that makes it hurt less.